Ito, okay na?
Okay na ate.
Okay na po.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay na po?
Yes, yes, go ahead, yes.
Okay. Sige, sir. Good afternoon, classmates, and good afternoon, Dean. My topic is about foundations of business intelligence, databases, and information management. So you're going to, the learning objectives of this topic is what are the problems of managing data resources in a traditional file environment? What are the major capabilities of database management system, DBMS, and why is Relational DBMS so powerful? What are principal tools and technologies for accessing information from databases to improve business in performance and decision making? Why are information policy, data administration, and data quality assurance essential for managing firms' the data resources?
Press F5,
Next.
press F5.
F5. Yeah. So next is organization data in a traditional file environment. Data management is so powerful. Data management is so essential because an effective information system provide users with accurate, timely, and relevant information. However, many businesses don't have timely, accurate, or relevant information because the data, their information system have been poorly organized and maintained. So this is the file organization terms and concept. Bit is represent the smallest unit of data a computer can handle. Byte is a group of bits represents a single character which can be a letter, a number, or another symbol. Field is a grouping of characters into a word, a group of words, or a complete name. Record, group of related fields, entity, person, place, thing on which we store information. Attribute, each characteristic of or quality describing entity. Database is a group of related file, group of records of the same type. So this is the sample of data hierarchy. A computer system organizes data in the hierarchy that starts with the bit, which represent either A0 or A1. Bits can be grouped to form a byte to represent one character, number, or symbol. Bytes can be grouped to form a field, and related fields can be grouped to form a record. Related records can be collected to form a file, and related files can be organized into a database. Example, yung attributes, date, or grade belong to entity course. So, this is a student base. So, sample lang po ito ng figure sa computer system, which is sa database, there is a course file, personal file, financial file. So sa file, makikita nyo po doon sa system, which is there is a course, student ID, course date, and grade. Sa record naman po, makikita nyo doon student ID lang, tsaka yung course, date, and grade. Sa field, of course, yung ano na nila, is yung kung anong field na sa course nila, kung ano yun. Tapos yung byte is, yan, mag-start man sa letter as a A or 0. Same din sa bit. 0, mag-start po talaga yan sa 0. Then, dun sa problems with the traditional file environment. First is data redundancy and inconsistency. Is the presence of duplicate data in multiple data files so that the same data are stored in more than place or location. Data redundancy wastes storage resources and also leads to data inconsistency, where the same attribute may different values. Program data dependence refers to the coupling of data stores in files and the specific programs required to update and maintain those files, such that changes in programs require changes to the data. Lack of flexibility. A traditional system can deliver routine scheduled reports after extensive programming efforts, but it cannot deliver ad hoc reports or respond to anticipated information requirements in the timely fashion. Poor security, because there's a little control or management of data access to, and dissemination of information may be out of control. Management may have no way of knowing who is accessing or even making changes to the organization data. Last is lack of data sharing and availability, because pieces of information is different files and different parts of the organization cannot be related to one another. It is virtually impossible for information to be shared or accessed in a timely manner. So this is a traditional file processing. So may mga kanya-kanya po tayong, may kanya-kanyang user, which is ito ng accounting finance, may user, human resource, sales marketing, and manufacturing. The use of traditional approach to file processing encourage each functional area is a corporation to develop specialized application. Each application requires a unique data file that is likely to be subset of the master file. These subsets of the master file lead to data redundancy and inconsistency, processing inflexibility, and wasted storage resources. So dito po, itong graphics na po, for example po dito sa human resource. So ang functional niya is yung mga personal master file, a payroll file, or medical file, or pension, a mailing list, or so on. So ito, si human resource, yun lang yung pwede niyang mag-view sa system nila, dito sa application nila, yung sa master file. So ito naman si accounting lang din, like yung mga account receivables, or yung mga expenses, sila lang din mismo. Hindi sila, pati sa sales naman, yung mga benta ng mga medrep or sa office, and also sa manufacturing, yung mga suppliers. So kaya po yung traditional part, redundancy siya, poor, lack of flexibility, kasi nga po, may sari-sarili silang user. So hindi rin ma-share ni kung si accounting may needed kay human resource. Siyempre, kailangan si human resource ay mag-login pa siya para maibigay niya yung kung ano needed ni accounting. Same with kay marketing din, kay sales marketing, ganun din. Kung may mga kailangan sila, hindi nila ma-share yung mga data para mas maging maganda yung pag-process ng mga nila sa office nila, yung system nila. Kaya mahirap. Kung wala si human resource, hindi rin makukuha. Hindi nila mahanap, kung wala si human resource, hindi nila makikita kung ano yung hinanap nila, especially yung payroll. So the data approach to data management. Database is a collection of data organized to serve many applications efficiently by centralizing the data and controlling redundant data, rather than storing data in separate files for each application. Data appears to user as being stored in only one location. Database management system, DBMS, is software that permits an organization to centralize data, manage them efficiently, and provide access to the stored data by application program. So, ito po yung ito po yung human resource database with multiple views. A single human resource database provides many different views of data depending on the information requirements of the user. So, ito po yung database ni human resource. So, kung may DBMS na po kayo, hindi na po kayo mahirapan. Kasi kung gusto niyo i-view yung payroll, this is yung payroll, yung orange na rectangle represents two different views in the HR department. One for viewing for employee benefits and payroll benefits. So ito, kung gusto mo si human resource, gusto niya kasi naging si accounting ng report about sa payroll, so pwede niya nilang i-click payroll lang, hindi na makikita niya yung mga benefits. So mas easy po yun pag meron na po DBMS, which is Database Management System. So relational DBMS, Data Management System, represent data as two-dimensional tables called relations of files. Each table contains data on an entity and attributes. Table, grid of columns and rows. So yung rows, tapos, dyan po yung records for different entities. Yung fields, yung column represent attribute for entity. Key field used to uniquely identify each record. Primary key, field in table used for key fields. Foreign key, primary key used in second table as look up to identify records from original table. So ito po yung ang relational database organized data in the form of two-dimensional tables. Illustrated here are tables for the entities, supply and part, showing how they represent each entity and its attribute. Supplier number is the primary key for the supplier table and a foreign key for the part table. Kasi depende po kasi sa system natin kung ano ginagamit ninyo. Kasi sa isang organization like kami sa SAP, yan, pag may papaliwanag ko, ito yung sa loob ng system, which is, there is a supplier, ito po yung sa taas po yan po yung columns o attributes. So, pag na-click, pag sa system kasi, pag i-click nyo yung supplier, meron po doon supplier name, supplier number, which mag-start yan sa 00, supplier name, supplier street, supplier city, supplier state, and zip code or something. Tapos, yung gilid po niya, yung po yung tawag ng row, records tuples. Doon naman sa part niya, there is a part number, tapos part name, unit price, supplier number, which is ito yung mga sa office, sa isang organization, yung supplier, siya po yung nag-e-entry sa data ng mga supplier. So ito po, di-identify lang, which kung sila, ito po is foreign key, isa naman po ay primary key, which makikita nyo yung part number. Sa data operations of a relational DBMS, Database Management System. Three basic operations used to develop useful sets of data. First, select, create subset of data of all records that meet stated criteria. Join combines relational tables to provide user with more information than available in individual tables. Project, create subset of columns in table, creating tables with only the information specified. So this is the three basic operation of a relational DBMS. The select, join, and project operation enable data from two different tables to be combined and on selected attributes to be displayed. So ito po yung three basics ng operation of a relational DBMS. So medyo malinaw siya na pag ini-entry sa system, mas mabilis. So ito po, capabilities of database management system, data definition capability, specify structure of database content used to create tables and define characteristics of fields. Data dictionary, automated or manual file, storing definitions of data elements and their characteristics. Data manipulation language used to add, change, delete, retrieve data from database, which is yun na po SQL, Structured Query Language, Microsoft Access User Tools for generating SQL. Many DBMS have report generation capabilities for creating polished report or crystal reports. So this is the sample of Microsoft Access Data Dictionary feature. So ito po, Microsoft Access has a rudimentary data dictionary capability that displays information about the size, format, and other characteristic of each field in a database. Displays here is the information maintained in the supplier table. The small key icon to the left of the supplier indicates that it's a key field. So ito po yun yung key field. Kung pupunta po kayo, i-click kasi sa system po, depende po kasi yan sa organization kung anong klase po yung needed. Siyempre, dito po, yung sa supplier, kasi kailangan po yan kung may ipopurchase kayo ng mga product. So, ito po yung example ng Microsoft Access Data Dictionary feature. So, dito po yung supplier. So, makikita nyo na po yan dito lahat. May number na po, may supplier identification name, yung supplier name, kung sino po yung supplier, kung saan yung address. So, dito naman, yung general yung field size, yung format, andyan na po yan. Kasi sa system na po yan eh. So, ito po yung example ng SQL Query. May select part, part number, part name, supplier, supplier number, supplier, supplier name. Sa part naman po ng supplier, where part, supplier number, and part 103. Kasi depende po yan sa series ng number na gagamitin. So, ito naman po, an access query. Illustrated here is how the query in Figure 6.7 will be constructed using Microsoft Access Query Building Tools. It shows the table, fields, and selection criteria used for the query. So, kung may query po kayo, mag-search kung sinong supplier, kung ano yung mga pinurchase ninyo, at least makikita nyo kaagad kung ano yung pinurchase nyo at kailan. Kasi minsan may mga changes po yung mga prices. So, pwede nyo po siya i-update. Inquire lang kayo. Sasabihin nyo, bakit tumaas? Kasi sasabihin nyo dun sa pinagano nyo, bakit tumaas yung price? Yung dating price na po namin, ganito lang. Yun. So, makikita nyo yung mga para mabilis yung transaction. Designing database says conceptual, logical design, abstract model from business perspective, physical design, how database is arranged on direct access storage devices. Design process identifies relationship among data elements, redundant database elements, most efficient way to group data elements to meet business requirements, needs of application program. Normalization, streamlining complex grouping of data to minimize redundant data elements and awkward many-to-many relationships. So ito po yung sample ng unnormalized relation for order. So ito po yun. So an unnormalized relation contains repeating groups. For example, there can be parts and supplier for each order. There is one-to-one correspondence between order number and order date. So ito po kasi siya tinawag ng unnormalized kasi nga order number, order date, magkapapareho lang, paulit-ulit lang po yan. So, syempre, parang ang hirap kasi nga, unnormal talaga nga siya. So, dito, ito yung normalized na table, which dinivide nila into 3. So, after normalizing, the original relation order has been broken down into 4 smaller relations. The relation order is left with only 2 attributes and the relation line item has combined or concatenated key consisting of order number and part number. So ito po yung mas madali na lang po. Kung mag-create kayo ng order, mayroong part number, ito po yung key, part name, unit price, supplier number. So yung number niya, telephone number niya. And then sa supplier number, same lang din, supplier name, address niya, line item, kung ano po yung in-order ninyo, kung ilang quantity. So, tapos, siyempre, pag nalagyan nyo na yung mga in-order nyo, so, pupunta nyo sa order, andito po yung order number, ilan, tsaka kung kailan ka nag-order. Entity relationship diagram used by database designers to document the data model illustrates relational between entities. Distributing databases, storing database in more than one place, partition, separate location, store different parts of database, replicated central database, duplicate in entirely at different location. So, ito po yung entity, kumbaga inayos na. Kung sa system, ito na po yan. So ito yung supplier, supplied by part, contains line item, includes order. So, supplier provides, part is order, belongs to order. Madali na lang po siya kapag nasa system na po. So using databases to improve business performance and decision making. So businesses use their database to keep track of basic transactions such as paying suppliers, processing orders, keeping track of customer and paying employees, but they also need databases to provide information that will help the company run the business more efficiently and help managers and employees make better decisions. So, kasi kung may system na po kayo, katulad sa amin, ginagamit namin dati isa, so ang dali na lang kasi siyang gagamitin. Pag sinabi, kailangan i-generate yung monthly sales, so i-click nyo lang po doon. So, mas mabilis yun. Compare naman po kung sa'yo sa dating traditional, ang hirap kasi isang tao pang kailangan mo hanapin para makuha niya sa system. So, ayan. Kaya makakatulong po talaga yung DBMS sa isang company. Pero, depende po sa organization kung ano po ang gagamitin nila nang mag-fit dun sa needed nila. So, first is the challenge of big data. There is an explosion of data, maybe unstructured or semi-structured, not suitable for relational database. Big data doesn't designate any specific quantity. Big data are produced in much larger quantities and much more rapidly than traditional data. So business intelligence infrastructure, data warehouse, a database that stores current and historical data of potential interest to decision makers throughout the company, and data marts, which a subset of the data warehouse in which a summarized or highly focused portion of the organization data is placed in a separate database for a specific populations of users. Hadoop, an open source software framework, the Apache Software Foundation, managed that enables distributed parallel processing of huge amounts of data across inexpensive computers for handling unstructured and semi-structured data in vast quantities, as well as structured data. In memory computing, the storage of information in the main random access memory. So ngayon alam ko na kung ibig sabihin ng RAM. Random access memory of dedicated servers rather than in complicated relational databases operating on comparatively slow disk drives. Analytic platforms, which commercial database vendors have developed specialized high-speed analytic platforms using both relational and non-relational technologies that are optimized for analyzing large data sets. The analytical tools, relationship patterns, and tools for consolidating, analyzing, and providing access to vast amounts of data to help user makes better business decision. Multidimensional data analysis, OLAP, data mining, text mining, web mining. Online analytical processing, OLAP, supports multidimensional data analysis, viewing data using multiple dimension. Each aspect of information like product pricing, cost, region, time period is different dimension. OLAP enables rapid online answer to ad hoc queries. So web mining, discovery, and analysis of useful patterns and information from web. Understand customer behavior. Evaluate effectiveness of website and so on. Web content mining mines contents of web pages. Web structure mining, analyze links to and from web page. Web usage mining, mines user interaction data recorded by web server. Ito po yung components of data warehouse. Contemporary business intelligence infrastructure, resources, capabilities, and tools to manage and analyze large quantities and different types of data from multiple sources. Easy to use query and reporting tools for casual-based business user and more sophisticated analytical tool sets for power user are included. So this is the data warehouse. So yan na po yun. And ito po yung component. Then ito pong Hadoop, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, ito siya yung third party. which is sila yung mag-stored ng database. So ito naman si data warehouse, siya yung mag-analyze ng mga data. Then si data mart, siya yung magsasubset kung sino yung mga user na pwedeng magamit doon sa yung mga sa system. So dito sa data mart, parang sinubset niya na, which is yung mga user, makikita nila yung queries, reports, saka dashboard. Same year din po dito, ang pagkakaiba lang dito sa isa, yung mga power user. So makikita niyang nadagdagan lang dyan is yung OLAP tsaka data mining. So lahat po yun i-analyze po yan ng system. Kaya importante po sa isang company na may system po tayo kasi para kung mag-generate tayo ng mga reports, efficient na po siya. Hindi na po siya tayo hanapin pa natin yung tao kung sino yung concern na tao na dapat i-generate niya. At least ito, correct na po. Minsan, sometimes kasi sa database naman po, kailangan po kasi ng maayos enter ng mga master file doon. So, minsan din kasi si human resource, kailangan correct din po yung mga inilalagay ng mga master file kasi minsan nagkamali. Kasi sila lang po yung authorized na pwedeng mag-change ng name doon. And also, doon naman sa supplier, kailangan updated para kung if ever may need ng inventory, madali na lang po at malalaman natin kung may nawawala o wala sa isang sa inventory nila sa company. Ayun. So, managing data resources, establishing an information policy that specifies the organization's rules for sharing, disseminating, acquiring, standardization, classifying, and inventorying information. Ensuring data quality begins with a data quality audit, which is a structured survey of the accuracy and level of completeness of the data in an information system. Then the data cleansing, also known as data scrubbing, consists of activities for detecting and correcting data in a database that are incorrect, incomplete, improperly formatted, or redundant. Yun yung pinasabi ko po kanina. So, kung may mga kamali po, for example, yung typical information dun sa human resource, pwede ma-view yun. Sila lang po yung authorized na mag-correct. Kailangan accurate po yung mga employee data. Thank you. May tanong po kayo?
Okay. So, at present actually, what we're going to consider, of course, is the security, of course. Na? Since we have at present a data privacy policy, no, that we need to, of course, to secure the data and information of our, for example, in the school, students, or the industry, for, of course, the employee. So, they need, especially the human resource department, must be secure the data and information of their respective employees and even the customers' informations.
Yes, positive.
Okay?
Positive.
So thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Okay, kindly unshare.